Y'all, there's a post going around saying apparently you could get a house at Home Depot now. Look at that now. $252 a month? Like, she ain't bad.
Hey, it's Shira Lazar, and TikTok is going viral for revealing what may be the most creative Gen Z millennial solution to the housing crisis that we've ever seen.
Don't play with her. You can't beat these prices at all. Inflation is on the rise. We about to go in a recession. Y'all better get your delivery and on-site installation. Oh, okay. Oh, look at that. Look at that bathroom. That's spacious. That's just for me, myself, and I. I'll take that for 100, Alex. Look at that kitchen. Delivery. That's just enough space. I don't even need all those chairs because everybody ain't coming over. This is just for me while we deal with this crisis.
The popular comedy TikToker at Marcelio shared the video to his 1.3 million followers, quickly gaining over 12 million views and thousands of comments. And the internet is mind blown over this video, and a bunch of people are running to Home Depot to build the tiny home of their dreams. One user commented, "That's it, I'm building my studio." I mean, I think tiny homes are totally cute and you can do so much with them. Who wants to buy a big home and just be in debt anyway? I mean, it sucks to be house poor, doesn't it? Of course, this TikTok definitely didn't start the tiny home craze though. Streaming channels and HGTV are overrun with shows like Tiny House Hunters, Tiny Luxury, and Tiny House Big Living. Trending videos on platforms like TikTok and YouTube have also featured content with creators transforming everything from shipping containers to school buses to Airstream containers. The fascination with non-traditional living has been around for years, as it seems like an eco-friendly and economically responsible option. But some viewers criticize the Home Depot option. One comment reads, "Do you not understand land, plumbing, electricity? Like, damn, there are so many factors. If you can buy land, then hell yeah. But if you don't own land." And another added, "No electrical, insulation, or drywall, it's just a shell." And Marcelo had this response for cynical viewers.
And people could say what they want. Well, you still need to pay for gas, electricity, and all that other stuff. Okay, I'll pay for it because I'm still going to pay, what, that $252 a month?
While we're all debating whether this is actually a good housing solution, let's question why so many young people are excited about the possibility of living in a shed instead of an actual house or apartment. One user commented on the TikTok saying, "The economy is so bad we're romanticizing living in a shed." Another person added, "As good as this sounds for some, it's sad that millennials and Gen Z are looking to live in sheds as an alternative. We need serious change." You've probably heard this, but we're in the midst of a housing crisis, and young people especially are struggling to afford to purchase a home. A study from 2019 found that 70% of millennials are renting instead of buying because they can't afford to buy. Let's break down just a few of the reasons why millennials and Gen Z are struggling to afford a house. First, the cost of purchasing a home has increased significantly in the past few decades, and something that was always expected for older generations is now seeming just impossible. Average house prices went up 17% in 2021, the strong annual rise in at least 2 decades. And of course, there's student debt, plaguing younger generations like never before, placing a huge financial burden on many folks. According to educationdata.org, after adjusting for inflation, the average student loan debt increased 317% since 1970. And student debt is holding people back from achieving financial freedom and being able to afford larger milestones like a car or home. And as we've talked about before, housing inequality is a real issue in the US, making buying a home even more difficult for minority groups. With data from the 2020 Home Mortgage Disclosure Act showing that lenders deny mortgages for Black applicants at a rate 80% higher than that of white applicants. And beyond that, we've also seen viral videos recently about the insane rent increases people are receiving from their landlords. TikTok user at Caitlin Fletcher shared this comedic video about her rent going up $2,500 in Austin, Texas.
Are you okay?
No.
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 Another TikToker, Kimberly Marique, has received almost 1 million views on her video about rent increases in Florida.
In 1 month, I'm gonna have to move out of my apartment because I can no longer afford. I got my rent renewal offer last month. They raised the rent $900 for my apartment. It is not even 1,000 square feet.
With a $900 increase, it makes a shed in your parents' backyard seem a bit more appealing, doesn't it? The buzzword here is inflation, and it definitely impacts the rising cost of living. Disrupted global supply chains from the pandemic and the impacts of Russia's invasion of Ukraine are a huge part of this too. I mean, it's the perfect storm. And many corporations are raising prices above their increased costs in order to increase their profits too. In 2021, pre-tax profits surged 25% year over year to 2.81 trillion. And of course, it's happening to all industries, from clothing to grocery stores, and of course, landlords and housing, with minimum wage barely keeping up. I mean, this all sucks. So yes, living with your parents or a tiny home might feel like the best option right now. Well, what do you think? Are you gonna get your tiny home soon? Let us know on social media. We are at What's Trending, and I'm Shira Lazar. We'll see you soon.